basically a bunch of us who live in Cardiff. Some of us students. Myself, I live in North Cardiff. Lived there for about 4 years. We've seen the communities around us changing. We've seen some of the businesses come and go. What we've kind of started to notice is that some are staying empty. This may be down to the economic changes. This may be something else. So what we want to know is, why is that empty? What is it? At this stage, it's just kind of trying to find out, trying to log and map as much as we can to try and sort of get a picture of how much of a city's businesses are down. We hear every day on the news about big companies going, but what we don't hear is about the smaller companies right down to local shops. So we want to know what's going on, so we can then sort of try and work out how that's affecting our communities. If people can't get to a local shop because it's no longer there, what does that mean for them? So longer term, we're going to try and get around as much of the county as we can, but the wider Cardiff, to try and find out how many premises are empty and what that means. I first came here 20 years ago when I was a student in South Wales. I came for, we used to come and visit, we used to come out here. And I love the place. One of the things I've noticed is around the arcades, some of the places, every time we get a new shopping centre, the footfall changes. Now, it's not always the businesses going, sometimes they're just relocating, and other things flow and evolve into those spaces and move out. But latterly, I've noticed some gaps, and I live up, as I say, in North Cardiff, and there was a Blockbusters on the Caerphilly Road. That's been empty for, I think it was about June last year, certainly mid-2010. It's still empty now, and every time I walk past there or I go to use the other local businesses, it feels like a sort of a missing tooth. I'm kind of sort of wondering about it, worrying about it, and sort of, worrying about what may or may not come in its place. It's ambitious. We're not going to be able to log everything, and obviously keeping any updates and changes is going to be quite a job, but I want to draw as clear a picture as we can, just to see what's happening around us, and then that way, we may be then talking to policymakers, to anybody who's interested from community groups upwards, into how, what, if or not should be done about this kind of thing.
Basically, we've just seen a lot of empty properties around Cardiff, and we're just curious to know why there are so many of them. The tagline on our site is, we just what ever wondered, we do, and that's just the long and the short of it. It's that simple. So we're just going to be going around Cardiff, taking photos, trying to find out what's going on.
And Emma, sort of, you're both journalists, but you've got sort of obviously a passion for finding out what's going on behind what you see when you walk around Cardiff. What will you actually be doing to sort of populate the site with content?
I think we'll just be basically just trying to keep our ears and eyes open all the time. Just we've all got most of us have got smartphones. Just taking pictures when we see an empty property. We're all quite nosy, just being a bit curious really. So we're just going to basically just try and keep our eye out for any new developments, listening, trying to just understand why. So I guess it's just a case of constantly updating it with various pictures and just doing the research when we can really, and try to build up some context around that.
And what will people be able to see when they actually come to the website?
Well, soon enough, hopefully there'll be plenty of photos. There'll be a map. We're hoping to use geolocation to sort of map every single empty property in Cardiff. That's the ambition. And then they'll be able to get involved, hopefully, as much as they feel they want to.
And is there sort of long-term vision for how this might benefit Cardiff as a whole, or is there are there going to be any stories that you think might come out of it?
Well, I think we'll start off. It's an experiment basically. We'll start off small. We'll build up some pictures, try and build some context, and hopefully just try and get other people involved. See if they want to come and join us. Maybe have a little play as well, contribute. So we'll kind of just see where it goes. Really, it is just something fun, experimental. We'll see where it takes us. But yeah, it would be great to build it up into something bigger, and perhaps just develop a greater understanding of the issues facing businesses as a whole, and maybe eventually residential areas. Who knows, really? It's a big experiment.
So if people do want to get involved, where can they go to sort of help out with the project?
It's whyisthatempty.com.
And in terms of sort of getting involved with helping out, taking pictures, is there somewhere they can go to?
Yeah, my understanding of it is that they can upload things to Flickr. It's open, so people can, if they happen to see something that perhaps we've missed, they can just upload it, and they can, contribute as much as they want. And we might eventually perhaps open up the group as well, and maybe, get some people sort of reporting and helping us out with it. Really, yeah, the more the merrier, really.